Hey guys, today I'm going to be teaching you how to do the braid friendship bracelet. You can see I already started it a little bit. And there are many different ways to do this one. There are several different patterns to use, but this one's one that I kind of made up on my own. I just found when I was playing around with it. And there's no actual pattern to it, like there's nothing you can really print out and follow. But it's really, really easy to do, and it's not that hard to learn at all. So what you're going to do is you're going to start out with 6 strings in 3 colors, so 2 of each color. I picked pink, green, and gray. And you're going to arrange the strings with, do it any color order, but each of the strings of the same color have to be next to each other. What you're going to start off doing is you're going to take your first string and you're going to do a forward knot on these 3 strings. So it's going to be a forward knot on the string of the same color, and then on both strings of the second color that you have. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to take your next pink string and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to do a forward knot on these 3 strings. So it's going to be on both of the next color and then your final pink string. And guys, I apologize if my camera work isn't that great. It's really hard to find a place to put the camera, and I did order a tripod online, which should be coming in within the next week. So I should have it for next week's tutorial video. But if not then by the week after that. Okay, now that you've done that, we're going to move over to this side. And you're going to take your very last string and you're going to do a backward knot on these 3 strings. So you're going to take your last gray and you're going to do a backward knot on this gray and then both of the pink strings. Okay, and now you're going to take your next gray string and you're going to do a backward knot on these 3 strings, just like we did before. Oops, sorry, string's getting a little tangled. Okay, and now what we're going to essentially do is just go back to the beginning and start over with, this time using the green strings. So you're going to take this string and do a forward knot on these 3 strings. Now when you're doing this bracelet, it is going to look a little piecey, in that you're going to be able to see some holes in it, but that's part of the whole effect, because it's really going to look like each of the strings are actually braided together, which is really what we want. It's actually what we're going for in this. So if you have some holes, don't worry, it's supposed to look like that. Okay, now we're going to take this one and we're going to do a forward knot on these 3 strings. So like I said before, this is just going back to the beginning, how we were doing it before with the pink, only now our colors have switched. Okay, now we're going to move to the right side, just like we were doing before, and we're going to take this string, and we're going to do a backward knot on these 3 strings. So you should be noticing that a pattern is starting to emerge. So that's basically all you're going to be doing. You're going to be taking your first string, doing a forward knot on the next 3 strings, then taking your second string and doing a forward knot on the next 3 strings, and then moving to the back and basically doing the same thing in reverse. But I will finish out the pattern just so that you can see, in case there's anything else you need to clear up. Yeah, so that's basically it. So if you think you understand, then you can stop watching the video now, because I'm just going to be doing the same thing over again. But if you're still a little unclear about what we're doing, then I would keep watching. But I promise you it won't get much more interesting. So if you know what you're doing, you can stop now. Stop watching now if you would like. Okay. Back to the beginning. We have one or two more sets to do before we're back to the real beginning. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this. See, I really need that tripod. We're going to take this string, do a forward knot on this string, and this string. I'm sorry, my camera's just not staying where I want it to stay. Okay, now we're going to take this one and do a forward knot on this one, and this one. Okay, we're almost done with the entire set. We're going to move back over to our end again. And we're going to do a backward knot on these 3 strings. Okay, and now we're going to do a backward knot. We're going to use this one right here, and do a backward knot on these 3 strings. Okay, there you go. That's all there is to it. Like I said, you can see, I know the picture's a little fuzzy, but I don't know if you can tell, but there are some kind of holes in the middle. It's not perfectly flush and perfect, but it's not supposed to. It's supposed to look like a braid, and you can tell it kind of does look like a braid a little bit. Not so much through the camera, it looks kind of like a mess through the camera, but when I'm not looking at it through the camera, it actually looks like a braid. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions about this pattern, feel free to ask me, send me a message, or leave a comment on my channel, or leave a comment on this video. And stay tuned for next week when I do another pattern.